Hello. Yeah, this is Stone Thug, rapper, entertainer, poet, actor, asking a very important question regarding one of the most powerful, most famous, most charismatic people on the face of the earth. Asking the question about Jesus Christ. Was Jesus Christ of Nazareth, was he a racist? So, this question is an interesting and important and historical question because never before in the history of mankind have we ever associated Jesus Christ or asked the question, is the man himself, was he a racist? And one has to ask, was Jesus Christ, was he a racist? I mean, many people who done different forms of terrorism, whether they be skinheads or members of the Ku Klux Klan, they have always espoused that Jesus Christ was the head of their life. Why they loved Jesus and the church so much, they burned crosses on lawns of those who they wished to intimidate and interrogate. So one has to ask the question, was Jesus Christ a racist? Did he dislike Hispanic people? Does he dislike black folks? Does he hate the Asians? Does he dislike the poor, the needy? Well, this is the first time in history this question has ever been asked. So let's try to get an answer. I think it's interesting how the black man has always been targeted through history by many groups, by many various races. The black man himself. Maybe it's because he's from Africa. And they say a lot of things come out of Africa. They say AIDS was started in Africa. They also say that typhoons, they start in Africa. Or you would say hurricanes if you're in this part of the world. All start in Africa. They even claim the killer bees came from Africa. And let's not forget, the black man came from Africa. The most known man, interesting, controversial humans on the planet Earth came from Africa. Maybe it's something to it. But of late, they've said that DNA has proven that all men have come from Africa, and particularly out the black race. But the black man himself is the father of all races. According to DNA, everyone has come, according to DNA, out of the black race. According to blood records. According to what's proven by DNA. Maybe that's why he's interested and curious and possibly a hated group. Maybe that's why so many people have a problem with them. The black folks. But back to the question, was Jesus Christ a racist, since so many racist groups, white terrorist groups, seem to espouse his beliefs? It's an interesting question. Did he hate the poor? Does he hate when black people get in trouble? They always seem to get the worst end of the deals. Worse housing, worse jobs, worse places to live, worse prison sentences, worse punishment for the slightest offense, when others seem to take a walk. What is it? Why is it? When I think of people like Michael Vick, the notorious, infamous dog slayer of the 21st century. That's right, Michael Vick, the champion football player who's been redeemed. He's asked for forgiveness, and I'm glad they gave it to him. But I saw a senator the other day, a white senator, making a speech. And in this speech, it was interesting because as a backdrop, he was in a den or hallway or auditorium that had possibly 25 heads mounted on a wall, and they were all bison. And in another place, he had, I might be wrong about the bisons being buffaloes. They were all deers, and they were all mounted on display. And in some homes you go into, you'll see bison as well. Rich folks, mostly white, bearskin rugs, and every form of beast of burden that ever walked the face of the earth, stuffed or frozen in time. At one point over in England, they even had human beings stuffed. Certain places, it's okay if it's in the name of science. Why we do it even with bodies these days and use them as examinations. With third world countries in some places actually imprison top specimens who are distances. Oh, I messed that word up. People who are enemies of the state. Those people are used a lot of times. I think about Bruce Lee, the famous expert in judo, karate, how he himself looked at himself as a victim of racism. So one must ask the question, what about Jesus Christ? Was he a racist? I mean, black folks are a large part of the prison system. I mean, they are known for petty theft. They are known for selling weed. They are known for one-on-one fights and violence. And if they're part of a gang, they got a gun. But do they have the power? Do they start more wars? Do they have the power? Do they make drugs and sell them all over the world? Legal and or illegal? Do they have the power? Are they mostly on food stamps? Interesting. So why is it there's so many people who believe in Jesus Christ? Why is it there's so many people who say he's their Savior? Why is it that so many people who claim that he is the Savior of the world, why is it that they themselves are racist? And what is racism? Why is racism? Why do anybody want to be racist? Why do anybody want to be different or look at people as being different? I don't know. It's an interesting question. Maybe you know. Anyway, this was an interesting discussion. Was Jesus a racist? I don't think so. But if you are, and if you think Jesus Christ is a great person, I happen to think he was, why don't you give him some time? Thank you for yours. Bye.